All right, y'all, so check this story out. Kelvin Silva came to the United States when he was 11 years old. He's a lawful citizen because his father became a naturalized citizen. Well, that wasn't the case. After being detained in several ICE facilities for more than 2 years, Silva was deported back to the Dominican Republic last week, while his mother, children, and siblings remain in the United States. Peter Isbister is an attorney with the Southern Poverty Law Center. He breaks down the law and the ongoing case. He joins us from Atlanta. Glad to have you on the show, Peter. We have seen a number of these stories in the last, well, I would say, decade. Of course, we had lots of deportations that took place under President Barack Obama. Then, of course, President Trump. It's continued under President Joe Biden. You have people who are being deported to Haiti, Dominican Republic, to Mexico, people who have never, ever lived there. I forgot there was one story of a man who was deported, who ended up dying in the country. He literally didn't even speak the language. He gets dropped off and he's like, where in the hell do I go? So talk about this, your client as well. How do we even get to this point?
Yeah, well, thank you, Roland, and thank you for having me. And I'm really enjoying your show tonight. It's an honor to be here. As you say, our client, Mr. Kelvin Silva from the Dominican Republic, born in 1976, to his mother and father there in the Dominican Republic. His mother abandoned him or left the family early on in his life, and he was raised by his father. His father came to the United States in the late 80s and became a citizen of the United States, I believe in 1988, and that's when he sent for Kelvin. So Kelvin was approximately 11 years old when he left the Dominican Republic and came to the United States, and has lived here and created his life, as you referred to, with his many relatives and children here in the United States up until last week. So he is indeed returning to a country where he has lived none of his adult life and has none of his immediate family and really no familiarity as a grown person with which to rely on to now navigate what sits out before him following last week's removal to the Dominican Republic.
So Kevin, he was in the Dominican until he was 11 years old.
That's correct.
And then he came here. How old is he?
Well, in 1976, so he's approximately 46 years old now.
So he's been in the United States 35 years. And so
that's correct.
Does he have any family in the DR? Did he ever go back there? So is he essentially like a fish out of water in the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I think a fish out of water is an accurate description. And to my knowledge, he never did return in the interim. He has arrived with an uncle, and, so that's the grace of God, I think. But no close family. And, I don't think we can really speak of any strong foundation from which to build a life going forward, which is really all that's guaranteed, right? I mean, there he is.
So what happened? His dad wasn't a citizen?
Right. So let's get into the issue here. The issue is his father did naturalize, was a citizen. And why we're spending so much time and energy on this case is because the Citizenship Act, as it stood at the time that Kelvin was a minor child, so under 18, required that to derive citizenship, which is to say to gain citizenship through the father, not the mother, but the father, and it was his father who became a citizen, then there needed to be a legal separation. If the parents were, if he was deriving through his father, the parents either needed to be married or there needed, in the case that the child again, was driving through the father, there needed to be a legal separation, which presumes a legal marriage to begin with. And that's where we have the problem. And that's where our case alleges that this is racially discriminatory, both in intent and impact, is that the predominant family structures in Latin America, in the Dominican Republic, especially at the time that this law was put in place was not to formalize marriages legally in the way that we might understand them in 2022 United States. That's not how families and marriages were organized. So that's where the discrimination comes in.
So his mom and dad were actually not legally married.
That's correct.
Okay. And so as a result, based upon the law, if they were not legally married, then he's not really a citizen.
That's correct. He couldn't get his citizenship through his father because he's got no proof of a legal divorce because there was no legal marriage in the first place. If it had been through his mom, the law provided an exception for deriving citizenship through your mom, even if you're born out of wedlock, but no such pathway at the time. Now, in the year 2000, the Citizenship Act was revised, and this discriminatory clause is no longer the law.
So y'all are trying to get it applied.
Right. Well, the case law says at the moment that when they put the legal change in 2000, that does not say, and we're going to apply this retroactively to anyone who may have been harmfully impacted by the prior racist law. They said, if you are over 18 now in 2000, which Kelvin was, there's no going back. So we've got this slice of men or kids deriving citizenship through their fathers who are living the impact of what we contend is a racist law because of what I explained about how it has a disparate impact on kids who are coming through countries that where Black and brown folks are not marrying and divorcing the way the predominating white American society presumes that everyone is and should be, right?
And I take it that there are, beyond Kevin, there are other individuals who are sort of caught in this limbo, caught in this gray space of the law.
Yeah, we're aware right now of two people who are in South Georgia, been in the same detention center where Kelvin was held, who fall squarely in this law. It's hard to know the hard numbers, but we presume there are probably thousands of people affected the way our client is.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Peter, look, this is certainly an interesting case. It's one of those things when it comes to immigration law, when it comes to our laws and the courts, that a lot of people don't think about unless they are caught in that. Certainly keep us abreast of what happens.
Thank you very much, Roland. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about Kelvin.
Thank you very much.
Back to that Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A Black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't
commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared. You dig?